Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're back on our vacation island and we have the notorious Hippeux. Is that how you say his name? I'm not really sure, but he's giving me the stink eye. But we're here to give him an artist's home. Now, full disclosure, I've had him sitting here for a while because I was looking for the time to come in here and do his remodel. Today's the day. Today is the day that we're actually going to decorate his house, and I'm really excited, so let's get into it. I haven't looked at any of the items yet. It's a little reminiscent to our other kind of trashy build that we did. It looks like there's art supplies and then there's like kind of junky stuff, so I don't know, but some of these shirts are cute, so maybe I'll start with that. I'm not really inspired by any of this stuff, but that is okay. We don't have to be inspired every time, and maybe that's more of the challenge. Let's get started. Let's start with the house. I just feel like the slats aren't really doing it for me. I'm not thinking art when I see the house with the slats on it, but it looks like that might be our only option. Do I only get so many options? Oh, okay. I can have it like that, but away from the wall. Okay, that makes the sense. I feel like I make this every house. Okay, we're gonna do the little dog house, and of course, you know me. You know this is gonna be a tiny build. I'm gonna make it like orange and yellow to kind of match him. But I think that door is good. But let's see if there's any other doors. Look, he's yawning already. He's bored. I'm bored. No, I'm not bored. I'm very excited. I mean, the blue looks nice with the yellow, but not for this build. Not for him. I don't know. I kind of like that door, so I think we'll just go with that. I feel like it's taken me too long to choose a door, and we just need to move forward. And maybe I'll put the little mushroom guy there. Let's see. I want to do some paths, so let's go into Pathland and let's get some custom designs. You may notice that I am shifting around in my seat more than normal. It's because my cat is sleeping in my lap. He was cold. Now the question is, does this path scream artist? Because it's gonna have to. This is all I have that has a single path as well, and I like this path a lot. Trial and error that goes along with doing something like this is always a good time, but it's always also a frustrating time. But maybe a bigger patio feels better. He can have more patio activity. I think I got it. I think we got it. We got it. Look at that. This is messed up. Oh, you know, just me pushing the wrong buttons continuously. There we go. That looks fun. I like that. Nice little windy path, and then we have a nice large patio. This was already 10 minutes, so I can already tell that this will be a disaster. All right, so we are nearish the water. Is there anything, and also he's an artist, so is there anything that just screams ocean artist? Probably not. I do like barbed wire fencing. I just think that looks nice. And then of course, the simple wooden fence is nice. And then of course, everyone's favorite, the country fence. Let's try country fence. Let's see what we can get going with country fence. I'd like to put a lot of plants in here too, so we'll see how that goes. But at least for now, I'll just put some dots of fence in here just for more artistic reasons. Maybe use some of these. I never used these. Let's see, what can we do with this? Does this do something for me? That could be exciting. That gives us depth, seeing as though we can't build up on the second level. Let's keep that. That's exciting and new. Let's do that. What else could I put on the ground in here? Maybe a puddle? Maybe it just got done raining. I know it's raining here in California. So maybe we put some puddles just to have life imitate art here. And then for funsies, we can put some of my favorite new greenery. I'm gonna stop with the custom designs just for now, because I absolutely want to actually use green items as well, like real plants. And maybe I can decorate with some log stools, maybe. Definitely want some rocks. I think that rocks are cool to decorate with. I cannot wait to get into the inside of this man's home because it is a little ridiculous. Just based off the items that I'm seeing that I can use, I'm kind of like, I don't know. I do like the idea of this utility sink. Maybe this kind of goes back here. I like garden rocks. I think garden rocks are great. Maybe I'll put it like right here. kind of covers up the fact that this custom design that we have ends a little bit. And I wonder, do I make him kind of a trashy art person, or do I make him like one of those fancy art people? Because I feel like if I make it trashy, it's kind of expected. Plant-wise, I'm not seeing something that I want to use here. I kind of want to use the pine trees because I feel like this is kind of outside, but maybe let's get a leaf pile, at least so that we have that. It'd be funny if I had these blocked off like they're just decorative docks. You can't actually use them. I don't think this is going to work at all because I don't think I have the space for it, but imagine if we could make kind of like a planter box. Then we have items in the middle of it, but I don't think that this is gonna work. Something like that, but that is so big and that is not gonna work. Okay, never mind. That was a pipe dream. Those were dreams that pipes lived in. We're gonna have just more natural, more natural space. So maybe we'll have the little leaf pile there. Let's get some plants in here. Probably should have put pine trees in first because now we have very limited amount of space, and by very limited amount of space I mean no space at all. So these are the two trees we can have, and that's great. Alrighty, so I put some details in here, lots of different custom designs since the yard is actually pretty small. And I went ahead and made these little fishing areas off the dock. I think that the little fishing area is nice. And then I also used lots of little mushrooms and pine cones to decorate, along with some rocks and things like that. So I really like how the yard came out. Let's go ahead now and pop inside so we can start decorating his home. All right, so based off of what I had to work with when I first started, or when I placed him here, it was these items, just a table, some clay, and a painter's set. I think we can do a little bit better here. And first things first, of course I want to make this a tiny build because it wouldn't be a house building video unless it was a tiny build. Hold on, let me reshift myself in my chair. My cat is uncomfortable. The things we do for love. All right, so let's take this down to a 4x4, and I think I can add a second story up here. Let me play around with the idea of that. I may want to make this a 6x6 because I saw something on the internet, and you know if you saw something on the internet, it's true. Gosh, that seems like so much more space than a 4x4, right? I don't know what I'm gonna do with all this. I saw something on the internet about making fake stairs. And so I kind of wanted to do that and see what that might look like. And I think that if I did it in a 4x4, there would just be no room to put furniture or anything. So I want to try to do that. Just for context, we'll make this area his art studio, and upstairs will be like his bedroom area. And I really want to try to play around with what could be a staircase. So we're just gonna start there because if it doesn't work out, then we can just say, well, it wasn't for us, and we can try again later. So what I believe we need to do is work with the counters. And I just unlocked the brick counters and the brick pillars. So I'm inclined to use that. So I'll put one low one high one, and we need a pillar. That already looks cool. Let's we'll just stop there. No, I'm kidding. We're gonna do something with it. So we will go ahead and do, maybe it doesn't need to be that big. Okay, and then we need a wall. So there we go. We need a wall. I don't know if I want it to be this big. No, I think it's gonna be one big. Ah, look at that. We made a staircase. That's really cool. I'm not sure if the brick is gonna match. Okay, so one of them is a street art wall, and that actually might work because it is brick, so that can be totally our accent wall. There we are. Oh, that looks way better. I'm not really sure. This wasn't the vibe that I was going for, but you know what? I think it works because now I'm getting like New York artist's loft. And so now we have a theme. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a theme. Don't look outside. It doesn't match. It's totally fine. Pay no attention to the beautiful Northern Californian seascape that we've created outside. It's all about this New York artist's loft that we've created. Now I have all sorts of inspiration. I would like to maybe change his clothes. Because I have ideas. Let's give our dude a makeover. I really like these groovy shirts. I think the groovy shirts work. I think that the green one kind of brings out the green in his yellow. I don't know. I really like the orange. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the orange one. And then I kind of wanted, I did see a cute little curly Q mustache that is either going to be amazing or it's gonna be nightmare fuel. So where is that at? Because I would like to put it on my dude. Where is it? It was a suggested item. Where did it go? Why is this destroying my hopes and dreams? Hello? You can put the sunglasses on him, but you can't put the curly Q mustache? What kind of establishment is this? I would like to speak to the manager. I'm confusion. What is this? What? Why? Why is that just a thing I can put on the floor? I want to put it on my dude. Now I'm just disappointed because I thought he was going to have a curly Q mustache and be an artist, but for some reason the game has decided that I can't have it. It's making me sad. Okay, can you please imagine him with a curly Q mustache because that is how nature intended him to be. Maybe he can have a beret instead once I find his shirt. He looks silly. I want him to look better, and the only way to do that is with a curly Q mustache. And where is his fancy man top? There we go. Look at him. Look at that little model. He's so pretty. I cannot believe that the curly Q mustache is nowhere to be found, and I feel like it was false advertising to me because it is in my items list. But at least he has an artist top and an artist hat. Just imagine him with the curly Q mustache though, it's way better. Okay, so let's take a peek at what we have. So we have some trash. I mean, I don't want to put trash around, but I mean, maybe he's an artist and he just has a little corner where there's some trash, and that's okay because we're not perfect. Maybe we have some bottles because, you know, he uses bottles to do his still lives maybe. He really likes the tangled cords, so we're gonna have that for him. We get some iron lights in there, make it a little industrial. The tried and true broom set, because we have them in every build that I do. And then maybe trash corner is just like over here on its way out. Okay, and then maybe his little table goes against the wall like this. Maybe we have two of them. I'm not sure what color scheme I want to do, and maybe we make like an L-shaped desk like this. And then I'm just gonna make a bunch of these lights and start putting them around. Maybe I want to put one in here so it kind of lights up that hallway. I'm not sure where that staircase goes, seeing as though we have a second story and, you know, it already goes upstairs. But I just think that's really cool to have a staircase back there because, you know, when you have an abundance of space, what else are you gonna do with it? I'm just gonna put things kind of around. Maybe he's a photographer and all of these posters are his subjects. So we're just gonna pick out a bunch of posters of some of our favorite villagers. Gotta get Berto, he's our boy. Okay, let's start there. So my thought was that we line them up. So this is the gallery wall. Is this a smaller light? That's smaller. So we should probably go with this one. Okay, so these are the lights we're gonna go for. So we're gonna make a bunch of these. Maybe the whole front is the gallery, and then back here is more of where his workshop is. It's not necessarily hidden from view, but it's, you know, out of the way enough. You know, he works with lots of different mediums. It's not just only clay and paint. He does photography, and that's his main source of creative genius. I think this is coming along really well, and I might have too many posters of the villagers, but it's okay. Who stays and who goes? This is hard because I like all these little guys. They're very cute. Berto stays. Mo stays. Those are two of my dreamies, apparently. I didn't know how much I liked Berto until recently. He's a pretty cool guy. Hans, he's iconic. Melba, everyone loves Melba. Maybe we say goodbye to Tangy for now and have these guys together. And then we'll just get a couple more lights. And we have a studio here. So that's so nice. Look at that. Maybe we get one of these iron shelves. I don't know, maybe we get some cardboard boxes in here. I would like to get a couch. Maybe like, I'm just gonna try that, the sloppy couch, because I feel like, you know, maybe he's an artist and it's fine. And then maybe let's look at a rug. I feel like just having something else on the floor would help quite a bit. So the idea would be that you would come in here and, you know, admire the art. Maybe you talk to him a little bit about his, you know, his techniques, his styles. Maybe we get a projection screen. My idea for that would not necessarily be a projector. What if it's more like, what if it's more kind of like a green screen situation where he's maybe using it as a backdrop, maybe not a green screen, but like maybe a white backdrop that he can take your photos on. And my whole leg is asleep because my cat is sleeping on it. All right, I would say that this is pretty done. I'm pretty happy with it. I added a few more little pieces here, like more statues, and I used this dung beetle statue as if maybe he had won an award, and we got some really cool, sleek furniture in here, so definitely more New Yorky. And let's go upstairs and start up on the living space. Now, obviously, this room is quite a bit smaller, and I think I would like to make this a little bit tortured artist. I don't know. So I definitely want to use the sloppy bed. He seems to like it. I wanted to look at this medicine chest. I don't think I can fit it in here, but we can try. To be honest, I'm not really sure how I can incorporate that, even if I was to use it downstairs, but I'm intrigued because it's on here, that maybe it changes into not a medicine chest, but something that looks more artisanal. I mean, to me, it looks like it's just more like medicine and things. It could be paint. You could argue that this looks like paint supplies, but I probably don't care for any of these colors, so we're not going to use this item. Then let's look at wall stuff. Let's look at wallpaper. Now keep in mind we are upstairs. He's an artist. We're going for like neutrals. We're near the ocean. I mean, maybe we carry the brick throughout. I feel like that's, that's kind of the vibe. I feel like if you live in a New York loft apartment, that kind of carries throughout. So maybe it's like a mix though. Like, could we mix mediums? Could we do something like a common wall and then we have something like a brick accent wall? I feel like that's kind of cool. That could work. Let's go with that. Okay, let's go ahead and furnish his space really quickly. I'm not going to spend too much time with his living area. I think that we're going for artist, so we definitely want to have maybe some more loved pieces up here. Maybe we'll get like a low table. We might need that for something. He doesn't have a television, so maybe we can put the television up here and maybe more of a chill sitting area. We have more of a formal sitting area downstairs where he, talks to potential clients about his artwork, and maybe he just needs somewhere kind of chill to sit. This is probably already too many pieces of furniture for up here, but that's the excitement of a tiny build, is that we don't have enough room for everything, so we have to figure out what we need. And then we go from there. So, and of course it makes things easy when you don't have furniture that matches. I don't necessarily want to have completely mismatched furniture. And I like using these low, what would be coffee tables as places to put my TV. So it's just finding, where do I want my television to sit? Maybe we can do something like that. That works. That fits all the things. Just realized how close I was to the camera. It's because my leg was asleep and I'm trying to wake it up. I think that works. I think that works with everything that we have here. I like this. I like these colors. I definitely like taking inspiration from the items around. Maybe we can have like a fun light. Those are artistic, and we'll make those diagonal from each other because that's what I like to do. Gotta make the lights diagonal. Maybe something like that. That looks fun. Do we want to bother with a dresser? Does not seem to come in the colors that we like, but I do like the height that it brings to the room, and it makes it look like, just another piece of furniture. And then we can set something on top of it. Maybe we need a plant. Like, what artist doesn't like plants? A nice little atrium. Maybe the berry colored one is the correct one. Give it a little spin. That matches really well. Again, I'm sorry I'm so close. Oh, my leg is asleep. Used a tension pole rack. What does that do for us? I think that makes it look really homey. What cool thing can we put on there? Feel like we need our tried and true stack of books. So it's not an artist's loft without a stack of books. Alrighty, I think that this living space is super cozy. I love it a lot. So I'd say we're pretty done here. So let's let our buddy know that we're done, and let's have a little tour. I'm gonna have him tour, I think, upstairs, because I think that downstairs will get a little weird with the walls and stuff. So we'll tell him we're done here, and then we'll go take a first person tour of the house. Hippoux's legendary art studio, the upstairs loft. Da, 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 da. I think this is so cute. It came together so well. I just love it. I love all of the pieces that we chose. He seems to like it, so that's really what matters. I would totally want to live in this apartment. It's cozy, it's snug, it's a 4x4 up here. Downstairs has a little bit more room, but we will go check that out now in just a moment. Alrighty, so here we are downstairs in the legendary art studio, and we decided to go more with a photographer's studio more than, you know, like like an artist art studio, because I just feel are lacking in the arts that we can display. So we decided that we were going to focus on photography as Hippoux's talent. So we created this whole photography studio here. So this area is more of the working space along with the sitting areas. So maybe you would sit here for a consultation and talk about the type of photography you want to do. Maybe, you know, you're an aspiring model, maybe you already are an established entertainer, and you just need to have a few headshots taken. So Hippeux can help you out with that. We have a really cool graffiti wall. We were going for kind of a New York City loft feel for down here in the studio. Back here in the back corner, though, is his real working area. So before we forget, back here, though, is our sneaky little staircase. So our staircase to nowhere, that was our little experiment that worked out. However, when you get down to it, the work is done back here, and we do have the arts and crafts that he originally requested for this build, but this is where all the magic really happens, not necessarily only in here in this beautiful area. So I really like how this turned out. This wasn't, when I first started this build, when I first placed him, I did not think that this was how this was going to turn out. I thought it was going to be like arts and crafts, but that's what I love about this game, is that things change and it's never what you assume it's going to be. So let's go take a look at the upstairs. Now, of course, every artist needs that soft place to land. So up here is his living quarters. We do have some more traditional art on the walls, and we have a guitar. We have a little TV for him to watch his shows. And one of the things that I thought was kind of cool was utilizing these huge banners. I love how vibrant the colors are, and I think that they work really well together on the brick wall and just showcasing the other types of art that he is interested in. We also have a mixture of plants in here, bringing some green space. We can see up his nose, which, you know, I'm sorry, it's a 4x4 spot. We got some books. We got the time. It's a tight squeeze in a 4x4. But that is what we love about the 4x4s. So we have a nice cozy couch and all of the things that he needs to be comfortable after a long day of photography. And that is his living area. So now I'm going to pop outside so we can take a look at the yard, which does not match the theme at all, but that's okay. Alrighty, as we enter in Hippoux's house, we are greeted by his lovely orange bicycle that I assume he rides to town. We are on a more of a sea area, and we have a lovely seating area. We got some bottles here and some leaves to walk through and interact with. Again, all of these builds are a little tight, so we don't have a whole ton of room to walk around in, but it is nonetheless so fun to walk around these yards. I utilized a lot of mushrooms in this build along with different custom design paths, and then tried to do something creative with the two docks that we have, and I feel like if I had maybe a boat or something to place on there, it would be a little bit more creative. But we just have two fishing spots, and we have lots and lots of mushrooms and plants and rocks and all sorts of fun stuff. So I really liked how this yard came out, and doesn't match the inside at all, but that's okay. So thank you all so much for joining me while I build Hippoux's art studio, or legendary art studio. I feel like it was legendary. I didn't go into it thinking that we would build a more like New York artist loft, but we did. So I'm very pleased with it, and I loved putting it together. It was fun to experiment with the faux staircase using just different wall heights and a pillar. And like always, it's fun to put together the 4x4 areas of the home as well. So we did a 4x4 upstairs, a 6x6 downstairs. With all of that, thank you so much for joining me today and for watching. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. Consider giving me a follow. It really does help my channel. And if you like content like this, I put new Animal Crossing videos up every single Saturday. And with that, I will see you in the next one. Goodbye!